guys, it's Saaya here. People have been asking for a deck profile on Prism Riviere. It's because I've tested in a couple of videos on the channel, and people seem to have really wanted to see a deck profile video, so I'm gonna go over the Prism Riviere deck profile. So this deck was actually inspired by a YouTuber named OuterOrange, so shout out to her. I'll leave the channel in the description below so you can follow her if you need to. Well, if you haven't already. So please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Alright, let's get started. Our starter of choice is the B series version of Riviere Triangle Cadet Riviere. Please draw a card, and if your opponent Vanguard is a grade 1 or higher, you get a quick shield. A quick shield being one of these tickets. Why this specific starter? Well, we'll actually get to why we use the specific starter in a bit. Our one of tech Riviere Triangle Cadet Shisaku. Counter +1, moved into Soul to look at top 5 cards, reveal up to 1 grade 3 from among them, put into your hand. It's good if you want to get like a Riviere or your Prism image Vert into your hand. It's a really good tech option. For triggers, we run one over trigger, obviously. We run 3 copies of Aqualite Ardo. Generation Break 1, move into Soul, give it your Vanguard plus 10 down power and draw 1 card. We run 4 copies of Rapping Chorus Trudy. It's our Stride Fodder crit in Riviere Triangle. So we run 7 crits. We run 4 copies of Glittery Baby Lenny, our draw perfect card. We run 4 copies of our Heal Guardian, Omnia Vincent Armor Benedetta. For grade 1s, and this is where we'll get into why we run this starter. We'll start off with 4 copies of Mermaid Idol Riviere. So her act ability is from hand, Soul Blast a card, right as the top of grade 1, look at top 7 to reveal up to 1 Riviere. Add it to your hand, if you Soul Blast a Riviere Triangle Cadet Riviere, draw 1 card. In the back row is a continuous, she gets plus 2000. So on our first turn, we usually have the superior right Riviere, so we can Soul Blast her out to draw a card. We run our contingency usual first right of Prism Image Clear. Auto ability when placed, look at top 7, reveal up to 1 grade 2 grade 1 Prism in card name, put into your hand, shuffle your deck. And then her auto when placed from Bind Zone, just bind the unit with Prism, draw 1 card, she gets plus 10. And then if we don't have our contingency option or our other right option, we run 3 copies of Immaculate Symbol Freya. Active ability from hand, put this unit as your soul, discard a card. If you have a grade 0 Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 Mermaid Idol Riviere, write it, and shuffle your deck. Continuous ability is all of your Vanguards for Riviere get the continuous ability of all of your Vanguards get resist, basically. It cannot be chosen by the effective opponent's cards. For grade 2 lineup, we run 3 copies of Super Idol Riviere. It should be 4, but I just can't seem to cut anything right now. But 3 is still fine because you want to be superior writing into this on turn 1. Act hand, if your Vanguard is a grade 2, write this card and draw 1 card. Call up to 2 Mermaid Idol Riviere from your soul to your Vanguard. Auto, once returned, when your Vanguard Riviere attacks, when your Vanguard with Riviere's card name is placed, stand this unit. We run 4 copies of Maturity Talent Selena. It's basically Freya for Super Idol. So hand, put it into your soul, discard a card. If you have a Mermaid Idol Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 Super Idol, write it as your Vanguard, shuffle your deck. When your unit, in the auto, when your Vanguard with Riviere's card name attacks, you may return this card back to your hand to recall her. And then we run 4 copies of Prism Image Rosa. Counter +1, on place to look at top 7. Add up to 2 cards with Prism as card name to your hand and shuffle your deck. Then choose one of them to bind and add the other to your hand. Then her auto ability is when placed from bind zone, all of your units in your front row present as card name get plus 10. For our grade 3 choices, what are you doing here? We run 3 copies of Silver Senior Q tier. Now people might be wondering, why Q tier? Well, you want to thin your deck out from as many normal units as possible. And Q tier is one of the best ways to do it. Auto Vanguard Vanguard Circle, when placed, you may declare a card name other than this card. If you do search, reveal cards from your top of your deck until you reveal the declared card, or a normal unit with the same card name as the one already revealed, and add it to your hand, then shuffle. Run 3 copies of Prism Image Ferret, usually searching it out with Clear or Rosa. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, so +1, bind the unit with Prism and its card name from Rear Guard or Drop Zone, and it gets strike +1. Auto, when attacked, counter +1, return all your front row to your hand. Call up to 2 cards with Prism and its card name from among them in your bind zone with different names as possible. No, up to 1 card with Prism. If your opponent Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you may call up to 2 cards with Prism and card name but with different names. And then finally, our main right, 4 copies of Top Idol Riviere. Auto, when placed, counter +1, discard a card to draw 2. At the end of battle attack, discard 2 cards from your hand, superior right 1 card with Riviere and its card name from among them from your hand, and lose as 1 drive. Now, we're going to get into the G zone, and the G zone is a bit funky, but bear with me. We run 2 copies of Chocho popular favorite Tirua. Ignore the background noise. But yeah, Tirua is there for our late game push. So choose a card face down from your G zone, turn it face up. This unit gets continuous all your units with children as card name get +5 for every open regular circle. Generation break 3. At the end of battle attack, choose 3 of your rear guards to send it back to the bottom of the deck and restand with drive -2. 2 copies of Perfect Performance Ange. Axe skill, Counterblast 2. Return all units from player circles as possible. If you choose to return your opponent's units, you may choose so. Gets +5,000 for every unit bounced. 5 or more draw cards, 7 more gets +1 drive. 2 copies of School Trial Olivia. Counter +1, choose a card with the same card name to flip it face up. Bounce as many units with different names as possible from your field to your hand. If you bounced 3 or more, choose up to 2 cards to call into separate rows on rear guard circle and it gets critical +1. This is our other tech option. We don't usually go into her, but she's really good if we're stuck on Ferret and we're at 4 damage. Prism Image Sunshine Ferret. Limit Break 4. Choose a face down card named Sunshine Ferret from your G zone, turn face up. Discard 3. If you have a hard card with Prism, bounce 2 units with Prism as card name. Or choose up to 2 units with Prism and card name to bounce. Put it in your G zone face up. And write a grade 3 Prism from among them from your hand. We usually just use this as flip fodder at the end of the day, but if we have a Ferret in our hand and we're stuck on Ferret, well, this is a good option. 1 copy of Celebrate Boys Lars. So Harmony. Harmony is usually activated when a unit is placed in the same column as this if there's already a unit in the same column. Then both units will become in Harmony. Once per turn, Generation Break 2, choose a face down card from your G zone. Return the same number of cards, up to the same number of cards at the same number of cards in your G zone. And then she gets the ability of, when this unit attacks, if all your units are in Harmony, your front will get +5 and she gets +1 critical. We don't need to explain these two. Megiddo and Ballerina. Ballerina is usually our first strike. Megiddo is sometimes for a push turn. G-Guardians, we run 2 copies of Blessed Sparkle Sandy, our flipper G-Guardian. Her skill is really good because for every 2 cards in your hand, she gets plus 5k shield. If you choose to, you can counterblast 1 to get her shield plus 5. We run for now 2 copies of Hand in Hand Leona. When placed, choose one of your regards to return it, and you may return it to your hand. If you do, choose up to 1 card from your hand to call the Guardian Circle, and if it's the same name, she gets plus 5 shield. And then we run 1 copy of High Society Citron. When placed, you may superior call a grade 1 or greater card from your hand. If you do, she gets shield plus 10. So with the new strides from Premium Collection, there are some cards I would take out. Primarily, I might be taking out Sunshine Birds or Olivia's for Heltrada, because Heltrada is actually the reason that this deck was built. But if I'm using Heltrada, I would rather use keep Sunshine Bird, take out Olivia. I will be taking out 1 Ange in my deck for Legend of the Glass Shield and Wars in the future. But if I was to take out 1 card for my G Guardians, I would take out 1 Leona, because you only need 1. And that's the end of the deck profile video. If you liked it, please like the video and let me know if you want more. This is Team Overtrigger signing out.